It's me! I don't really know if I want to have a Dokkaebi voice. Aww. Aww. Hi! I can... No, let me not fake this. Good evening, good day, good time zone, good everything to you and your loved ones. I have come to take your life. I have come to entertain you. Coins, coins, coins! 18k coins! Hello, Lewis. You did make it. What was the thing where you said you might not make it? Is it like you still need to go somewhere, or were you not sure if you were going to be at home at the start time of the stream? Okay. Currently, I have open chapter 218, so that I can scroll through the ending of 218 to recapture what it was all about. I saw that the latest chapter of today had music, so I'm going to turn off my music once we reach chapter 220 and read it with the official music. I don't know if that's like some licensed music, if it's going to get me into trouble, if that's like an original soundtrack made for the Webtoon episode. I have no idea. I'm just going to see how it's going to turn out. Had some stuff I needed to do. Okay, wait, take my life? Did I miss something in the contract? Well, the contract is yet to be written. There are some problems here. But don't worry about it too much, okay? The contract is being written, and we will make sure that no party that is important to Pyro Prima Entertainment will come to any significant harm. We might change like their cellular structure or the worlds that they inhabit, but they're not going to actually come to too much harm. Okay, let me start with refreshing here. Uriel was like not wanting to give Huiwon the power to like attack Dogja because she still thinks like that Dogja is a good person. She doesn't want to hurt Dogja. She wants to support him. But she, in the end, got also changed her opinion, she accepted her fate, and so all the constellations of the pure good alignment agreed to the ability of Huiwon. I'm still wondering what like all the good constellations means. Like all the good? What does all, like we talked about this like 2 weeks ago as well. I have no idea what all implies. And the judge thingy, that was something Huiwon got from her crouching figure, right? I think she got that from her crouching figure, and not that it's her stigma. Her stigma is like the flame ability, but like the judge ability, that was something she got from the crouching figure, I think. She dealt a lot of damage with the attack. I always just assumed it's all the good aligned constellations watching the stream. The scene with Uriel still hurts. It is a great scene for sure. All the good alignment constellations watching the stream. But like, I don't even, like, we don't really know which constellations are watching the stream. And then good alignment. So like the people from Vedas or like Papyrus or even Olympus, they are all, many are watching the stream right now. Because they, we have 2 chapters. So these guys are watching the stream. And at least like a few of them should be good constellations. But all of them want like the downfall of Dogja. So I find it hard to believe. I don't know how it would work. Because like Vedas surely has some good alignment constellations. But they would need to agree for Huiwon's ability. But would they like Huiwon to activate her abilities so that she can kill Dogja? Or would they... I guess they want Dogja dead, so even if they are like against Dogja, against Dogja, they would still support Huiwon in this scene. So I guess it wouldn't change too much. Crouching Figure evolved to Judge of Evil, which gave her the Time of Judgment skill, but the Flame Stigma comes from Uriel. Yeah. I like to think one of them was just sleeping and just got a notification and they just press yes and go back to sleep. Classic good constellation, sleeping away. Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter if, like, the good constellations, even if they are good constellations, they want Dogja dead at the moment. The good aligned have an obligation to kill Dogja because he is an evil demon king. Uriel was the exception. Okay, yeah. This is like still one. It's like just one panel, but I like how Gilyong is like still. You can notice that he's shaken up, not because you see his face or anything, but because he had to get dragged away by Yusong. Like, if he wasn't shaken up, if he wasn't confused or hurt about the situation, then Yusong wouldn't have needed to drag him away. Yeah, this was the Huiwon birthday chapter. Just like the catastrophe of Bloods. Not really evil, but marked as evil. Here we go to last week's chapter. Hey, they even included this in the flashback. Or like callback. Episode 290. The 73rd Demon King has entered the third phase. Look how devastated the little girl looks. Poor her. Hello, Lachi. I hope you had a nice day, and it's only going to get nicer from here on out. Your body becomes harder. You all better brace yourselves. You remember the order of the attacks, right? Forced to be evil. Born to be Dogja. Born to be a reader. Forced to be evil. We'll probably watch the VOD, but just want to pop in. Surely, the VOD will always be up. I'm going to ask a couple of questions in today's stream, so if you will see them in the VOD, feel free to answer in the comments as well. But if you have anything to do with life, that always takes priority. Gotta get those free coins. Damn, you guys are making a coin farm. Who's throwing that? Oh, it's our steel warrior. Look at them. They are all crying. They all have tears in their eyes. Myth grade rank will be mine. The thing is, like, only coins don't necessarily... I don't know how it would... Still don't know how it's going to work. Technically, I need to make it, like, reliant on coins. But if it's reliant on coins, that would mean that you guys are special constellations. It's like... Your rank depends more on the amount of coins you have than on the stories that you have. And that's kind of weird. But I guess, like, if I just call you special constellations, that can work. No incarnations were hurt in the creation of this coin farm. Yeah, surely. Sure. The real question is, can you buy a rank? Is it pay to win? We're going to talk about that a bit later in the stream. We're going to talk about that after this chapter. Oh, look at them. He's getting pulled away by the strings. He's getting sliced by the powerful fire sword. He just bought their rank. Yeah, that's the Mr. Beast constellation. Oh, I didn't expect that those two would get like a team up attack panel. That's an interesting choice. Like, I don't know. I would have understood it more if Sooyoung and Sanga got like a team up attack panel. But I also understand, like, in the combat flow that they're using Sanga to like restrain Dogja for a moment. But I don't know. Maybe Jihye could have used one of those poems from her constellation, like the stigma that Dogja also has from her constellation, to like gamble into stunning Dogja, and then Sooyoung and Sangha could have attacked together. Not that it matters much. I'm just thinking about like the flow and like the composition of who attacks with who. She still hasn't gotten it. Not that we know of. It was a late game skill, but like, we have not heard a lot of updates from her, like which skills she got, and we know that all the characters in this are already way stronger than they were, like than they should be in this current scenario, right? So who's to say that she wouldn't have it? I don't know. You know, they are both more on the attacker side. The others are more support. Sangha is also an attacker. Sangha is like an all-rounder. The constellation is filthy fucking rich is showering you with coins. So it kind of makes sense that both of them are rushing Dogja. Good job. Just a little more. I like how the music just randomly fits into this chapter. How is he still alive? Oh, look how menacing this bird man looks. But he's sweating. He's hurting. Aww. Like, these focus panels are super impressive. Like, I have grown accustomed to, like, Redeye Studios' art style because there are so many Redeye's Webtoon out there now. But it's still, like, very beautiful and impactful to see these sort of panels. Like, this is a... If it wasn't sad, this is like wallpaper quality of panel. A nameless constellation is looking at their incarnation. Oh, look at them. I'm surprised that they can fit such beautiful drawings in such a small space. Yeah, it's incredible. Mister, please, I can't. Fine. Let's go, Gil-young. We have to be the ones that do it. Is she going to summon the Chimera Dragon? This hurts. I mean, it hurts even though, like, we're assuming that Dogja is somehow going to find a way to come back. But it still hurts to see how all of these characters have to go through this, have to suffer, like, from the mental agony of having to kill off the person that helped them to get so far. The person that is not only a friend and a big brother figure, maybe even a father figure or a constellation supporting you. It's like Dogja is the center point of their life in a way. There he comes. There it comes. This thing is tier 2 if I remember correctly, right? Like, it's tier 2, but it could surpass, like, the power of tier 1 monsters. And tier 1 monsters, like, surpassing the power of tier 1 monsters. Like, tier 1 is incredibly powerful, but, like, surpassing tier 1, does that mean that you already are on historical constellation level? Can you compare it like that? Or are there, like, historic constellations that would struggle against tier 1, tier 2 monsters? No way, right? Historic constellations should be above, like, the tiered monsters. But then I wonder, like, what they are fighting against in their current stage of the scenarios. Tier 2 monster Chimera Dragon is refusing to follow its master's orders. Tier 2 monster Chimera Dragon is scared of the 73rd Demon King. Oh. Is there an example of a tier 1 monster? I don't think we have seen any tier 1 monster yet. Like, I actually think that the Chimera Dragon is the strongest monster we have seen so far. Saying, like, it's a tier 2 monster, but it has the potential to surpass even tier 1 monsters. I don't think we have ever seen tier 1. I don't even remember the Hydra statement. Oh yeah, scream out. Let all the pain come out, Gil-young. Let it become your power. You have 9 minutes remaining to complete the scenario. Gilyoung is forcing the Chimera Dragon to do their bidding. Look at this. Look at the big beam attack. That thing is at least 60 d10 damage. That's at least 60 d10 damage. We looked it up for the D&D. I think it was assumed it's tier 2, but could surpass tier 1 monsters. I think it was never said which rank it really is. It was said. It was even said a tiny bit earlier in this chapter that it's a tier 2 monster. It is officially ranked as tier 2 in the moment, which makes you think that maybe monsters can also grow and rise in rankings. Like, not that the stats of monsters are locked, but like they are also like fluid in a way that they can train and become stronger. There's Solwa. 73rd Demon King Part 10. Man, this webtoon is so amazing. This story is so amazing. I really like the part of the novel that described what was going through Yu-Sung's head before she decided to do it, but I'll have to post in the comments because of the character limit. YouTube character limit. We'll have to see it. Yeah, novels have like a better chance to like show you the inner feelings of a character with like inner monologue. But webtoons has like the better chance of showing you like the emotions with like expressions and making you feel things with the surrounding, the atmosphere. Both media have their advantages and disadvantages. Was she? I didn't even read it. I was just scrolling. I was so engrossed in thinking. So yeah, she healed Jungyok. I healed you as much as I could. And then she plops on the ground, just like Jungyok plops her every night. But I'm sorry. This is an emotional chapter. I'm sorry. I should not make these jokes. I'm not a small child. I'm not a small child. We know all at this point who is the one who will kill him. Kim Dogja, your situation is way too cruel. I can't believe they're killing him as soon as he got back. He only has so much blood armor, bruh. Novel chapter 188 of 551. Lewis. I did the same thing. Yes, you did it because of me, but it's still, I don't know, it doesn't fit. I didn't expect that even Zhong Hui one wouldn't be sufficient. Maybe it was because I was judged to be a fable grade. Now I had to borrow a hand that I hadn't wanted to borrow. The constellation who doesn't yet have a name is looking at his incarnation. Shin Yusong trembled after receiving my message, and she shook her head. My incarnation, Shin Yusong, had failed my determination long ago. Mister, I can't do it, please! I stared at Shin Yusong. This was the relationship between a constellation and incarnation. Rather than speaking 100 words, I conveyed my indescribable and deep emotions just by looking at them. Yusong finally burst out, crying as the violent emotions were one-sidedly passed on. I understand. The pain and bitterness in the small child's heart resonated, and as a constellation, I could hear it more than anyone else. Shin Yusong held the other child's hand and stood up. Gilyoung, let's go. We have to do it. She couldn't control the second-grade monster alone, yet. I watched Lee Gilyoung and said, Gilyoung, think of this as a game. I stared at the child's eyes and remembered the words I had once spoken as we walked through the darkness. It was a conversation that occurred when we wandered together through the darkness of Gumho Station. The moments that passed like nothing became precious memories that returned. Even if I die, I will come back. I promise. These stories became the power to kill me. Never mind, the webtoon comments got me covered. Yeah, the ORV top comments are actually good. ORV is also actually good because it comes from a novel, and you already know that it's high quality. Wood. Fuck off. Guys, it's a sad chapter, but wood. Okay, I'm going to stop the chapters here, add the music here. And time for an advertisement! Hello and welcome, Starstream, welcome Constellations. My name is Pyro Prima, and I recently surpassed 500 subscribers in the Starstream, right? That's all thanks to your support, right? Wait, I can actually keep the music going on for this bit. So, you guys, because skip and no! And because I surpassed 500 subscribers and finally noticing my own idiocy, I got the ability to open memberships and super chats. I know I don't even want to ask you guys to do it. Like, I really don't want to do it. So I want to ask you guys for ideas. Like, obviously, if you guys are members, I would give you like the classical stuff of like you would get member badge next to your name. You would get access to certain emotes that I already have prepared. And I was also thinking maybe I was thinking about making 3 tiers of basically $2.99 for historic constellation, $4.99 for freaking Fable constellation, and $9.99 for Myth constellation. These are just names. These are technically not the grade of your constellations in the future D&D game. But I was thinking that I don't know if that would be stupid, but I was thinking if somebody was already supporting me with real money, it would be only fair to also give them other things as well. Like, every stream, depending on your membership rank, you get like a certain amount of free coins gifted. I don't know. That's why I thought it was so funny that somebody talked about the pay to win thing. Damn, why is my ad block not working? It was so funny when somebody talked about pay to win. I was actually already thinking about the idea of like if somebody becomes a member, I would give them more coins for free at the start of every stream. But like I don't. If people, I'm just thinking like hello Beatrice, welcome to the stream. I hope you have a nice day, and it's only going to get nicer from here on out. Yeah, I can't even find a skip button. No, not this skip button. Don't I have a skip button somewhere hidden? Let me go to the papier co-op. Where's my... Wait, no, you got back to my room. You don't want to be here. There's all kinds of videos in here that I deleted recently. Jojo Menacing, Red Free, Subscribe, Thumbnail. The Papier Co-op. Exactly, Matcha. Stream, Thumbnail. Can't find it. I for sure had like a picture of like a skip button somewhere saved, but I deleted that. Okay, if you guys have any other ideas what I could do for memberships, you could also do the thing like that a myth grade constellation can determine like a story that I will read in the future or something. But I was just thinking if I should do something like that, and also if you guys were to super chat, maybe that's the money that you give as a super chat, you would also get that would also get like, you know, what's the word, coins gifted for the equal value to the super chat. I could open the server and give them a role on the server, but like that's almost nothing. Like, that's just a Discord server. Like, I'm thinking about opening up the Discord server, but like obviously they would get a role, they would get it, but I just don't think like that's not a big thing. And because like I feel like my ORV is almost like my main thing. I became a freaking Dokkaebi because I love this shit so much. And also like there's the ORV D&D campaign going on in the future, maybe. So I was thinking like gifting coins depending on how much you give me seems like a neat idea, but it also is the pay to win thing. So I don't know, maybe the prices I said with $2.99, $4.99 and $9.99, those are not final. Maybe I'm going to decrease them a bit. They're not going to be higher. At most I'm going to decrease them. But But I was thinking about if pay to win would be horrible. Can you give them a coin boost with the YouTube bot? I can... Let me see if there's a setting on YouTube bots. YouTube bot platforms. I stay as a poor student. Integrations, hotkeys, actions. Commands, platforms, stream apps, integrations, voice control. Let's test out. I can make it. The bots is more built for. It still feels it's more built towards Twitch, because the only things are it can allow things for moderators, it can allow things for subscribers, and it can allow things for VIPs. But I don't think that VIPs are the same as members, because VIP is like a Twitch thing that you can give out. So I don't know. But yeah, that's the thing that I want to tell you before getting into the next chapter. That is the end of the ad. Let's get into the next chapter. I'm going to reload this really quick. Let me move this. No, let's keep this setting muted. Let's move this to here. I'm going to test the music really quick, and you guys will tell me if the music is too loud. Is the music too loud compared to my voice? It probably is. Just from the... I think it should be something like this. Is the music compared to my voice fine? Can you guys tell me that before I get into the chapter? Okay, and reloading. What a long ad. It was probably 5 minutes. Okay, let's get into this. Because it was already set in my ears. We see the dragon firing the beam again. Obliterating Dogja. Because from the excerpt, we already heard that this was the thing that killed him. You have 5 minutes remaining to complete the scenario. They're crying. They don't want to kill them. They all don't want Dogja to die like this. He still jumps out of the attack. He's getting out of there. He's looking around. And he knows what's coming. He's defending against the attack from Jungyok. And he knows this is probably going to be the end. But he can see in Jungyok's eyes that Jungyok is also filled with pain. Gripping his lips. Stepping through the pain. Going to the next thing. No words are being spoken. I feel like this chapter might not even have any words. This could be one of those famous wordless chapters. It would be really... I think it would actually be really strong if it was a wordless chapter. Besides the exclamations here. You have 4 minutes remaining to complete the scenario. No, okay, like this is super epic. Like no words are being spoken, but you can still see all the emotions. Don't look at me like that. It should have been me who died here. We should end it now, Jungyok. It's time to use that. I don't know what you're talking about. Stop pretending. I know that you've been avoiding using that on purpose. The sword he gained. But you won't be able to resurrect if I use that. That's exactly why you need to do it. I can't resurrect while I'm still a Demon King, can I? I was hoping that I would never need to use it. He's been avoiding using his sword. Same here, but not anymore. Constellation Demonic Judge of Fire is in despair. Heavenly Sword of Gathering Clouds, also known as Ama no Murakumo no Tsurugi. It's a sword he got after defeating Yamato no Orochi's Shadow in Peaceland. Constellation Presna of the Headband lets out a deep sigh. The source of power for my resurrection attribute, 8 lives, is the constellation Yamato no Orochi. I can't help but be weak against the sword that ended up killing Yamato no Orochi. If that sword slashes me, I lose all the remaining lives I have left. Constellation Queen of the Darkest Spring holds her breath. To be honest, I'm not even sure if this will do the job. I'm not confident I'll be able to kill you with my current attack power. Don't you worry about that. Look at how devastated they are. But she sees something. Did she get a message? What sort of power? Oh, is Dokja using all of his coin to boost her even more powerful? Is Dokja doing something like that? An unnamed constellation had granted the incarnation a stigma. The effects of the stigma, Will of Sacrifice level 1, has been activated. The master of the stigma has risked a life for someone else. Their party's attack power has risen in proportion to the desperation they're in. That holy. It's not coins, but it's the stigma. And it's something that is super, like, powerful right now. Not because they're in a desperation of wanting to kill it, but because they are in a desperation because they don't actually want to kill him. But it still works. Thank you, everyone. The probability of the scenario takes control of your body. You have 3 minutes remaining to complete the scenario. Look at how menacing this creature looks. Dokja finally unlocked his first stigma as a constellation. Incarnation Dokja Kim will be driven to death by the being he loves the most. I almost forgot that all prophecies are metaphors. It wasn't a specific person who would end up killing me. Constellation Secretive Plotter is watching you. In the Star Stream, all stories are considered to be living beings. Constellation Demonic Fire is watching you. Constellation Prison of the Golden Headband is watching you. Constellation Abyssal Black Flame Dragon is watching you. Constellation God of Naval Warfare is watching you. The stories that will end up spelling my doom. The stories that will end up spelling my doom are creeping up on me, sentence by sentence. It was once like a parent to me. The thing that's dear to him is Twissa itself. It's not much as a prediction anymore. It's just like, that's what it is, right? And other times, it was my friend. And my lover. Although, it wasn't the Twissa that I knew. I just have to say, when he says lover, they're showing Suyeon. It was a story even more fascinating than any chapter that I've read before. Where do stories go once they leave the author's pen? You have 2 minutes remaining to complete the scenario. There goes the sword, straight through the stomach, straight through the chest. It becomes my very own story. You see all these characters, everybody together, and then a bit further away there's Junghyuk. But Junghyuk is still a member of that party. A little constellation of a little planet is looking at you. All the constellations of the Korean Peninsula are watching as your last moments. Your fate has been realized. Wobble. He doesn't let him fall over. He's giving him the dignity that he deserves. Dokja Kim. We've had a great run, didn't we? Your remaining lives have been removed due to the effect of the heavenly sword of gathering clouds. Seong is blocking off Gilyoung because Gilyoung, he wants to go to Dokja, but Dokja is still the Demon King. And if Gilyoung just goes there, he would potentially still be able to get hurt. He can no longer resurrect. He's getting sucked in by the dark force. Survive, Junghyuk. Constellation Prison of the Golden Headband doesn't want you to die. Constellation Abyssal Black Flame Dragon doesn't want you to die. Dokja! Dokja! Constellation Secretive Plotter doesn't want you to die. Constellation Demonic Judge of Fire doesn't want you to die. The main scenario has ended. Even Junghyuk tried to grab him, but the force was too strong. It kept on pulling on Dokja until he was completely absorbed by the dark vortex. Constellation Demonic Judge of Fire doesn't want you to die. Dokja! Constellation Demonic Judge of Fire doesn't want you to die. Constellation Demonic Judge of Fire doesn't want you to die. Uriel, you can stop now. It's all over. Constellation Demonic Judge of Fire doesn't want you to die. Thank you. Constellation Demonic Judge of Fire doesn't want you to die. 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 Soul Dome has been freed. Someone has completed the 10th main scenario. Is that a man with a blind dog? It's finally over. I wonder how strong the dog is in this scenario. It's finally over. We can leave. We've made it out alive. There's his mother. And his mother knows what's going on here. We've made it out of this living hell. Constellations of pure good alignment have removed you from being declared evil. Have removed you? Have removed Dogja? Like that in his death he doesn't count as evil anymore? Your physical incarnation has been perished completely. You have failed to clear the scenario. You have been expelled from the scenario. These are messages for Dogja specifically. The Starstream has announced your modifier. Your modifier is the Demon King of Salvation. Have I heard that name before? Is that the first time that we heard it? Chapter 35, 73rd Demon King, Part 11. Like the chapter. First time. Maybe it just sounds similar to something I've read in another story. Let's go through it. Also, yeah, High Prophet. I didn't want to stop the reading flow right now because what was going on here. Yeah, I'm cutting onions. I also tried to read this in a way to convey the emotions. Ship confirmed? Maybe. I remember when I first read this chapter, I immediately went on a subreddit and sent a screenshot of that exact panel going, "We win these!" Yeah, even in a sad chapter, some people find good moments. The dead that left, maybe or maybe not. The ship might be confirmed, maybe not. Sour fan? You changed your name. Welcome as well. Stop cutting onions. Uriel was a real one. Uriel will for always be a real one. First time. His incarnation form died, so he doesn't have a body to be controlled anymore, and therefore can't be forced to be an evil being. Don't worry, it was better this way. At least that's how I saw it. You can see it in many ways, I feel like. I also like that I would have wanted to break the mood, yeah. I can see it in a way of like Uriel and some other actual good constellations made sure that Dogja's soul or whatever is left, because he doesn't have a body anymore, but like his soul gets deemed as not evil, so that his soul can go wherever not evil things can go. Or maybe it's something like, I don't know, the concept of heaven and other things is still left vague in this story. So we know about hell, but like, does every dead person go to hell? Did we learn that? Or do only evil people go to hell? So like, would he become like those constellations or just eyes during the banquet? But the dead that left, weren't these constellations just eyes or like vases or like binoculars or something like that because they weren't powerful enough? It's like weaker historic constellations just don't have the power to appear in like their real body. So considering that he's a fable constellation, no giving spoilers, right? Nope, please Tenwai, no spoilers. I'm just theorizing on things that I might believe. We're never seeing Dogja again with switching protagonists. But yeah, no spoilers. I'm trying to enjoy the story as it comes out on Webtoon. I'm still wondering how I can read the novel. I can read the novel until the point where we are in the Webtoon, but then I would need to stop novel streams for like years until I can read them again, because the Webtoon needs to go further ahead. So I don't really know how I could do novel streams at the moment. And I can turn the music on again. The silence was perfect after the official music stopped. Well, they always said Junghyuk is the MC. The real protagonist is now the real protagonist. Where's my "let's meet again, you Junghyuk"? Kim Dogja, Kim Dogja! Demon King of Salvation is cruel. Salvation inflicts wounds. Yet you keep going back. 7 posts, okay. Novel chapter 188. Oh, let me change the sound again. I'm a bit more quiet now. Chapter 188 from 551. End of the novel's first part. The novel's first part? What does that mean? Like, it's not the end of the first volume, right? Or did the novel go on like hiatus back then? Demon King of Salvation is such a fire constellation modifier, for real. Which is kind of funny, because I thought, like, you remember at the very beginning, the demonic judge of fire. That's like a misleading modifier, because like, Uriel is a judge. She's using fire, but like, she's not demonic. Like, she's judging demons, I guess. But like, in Dogja's case, it's not really misleading. He was really the Demon King, and I guess he brought salvation for his people. But like, I wonder why, like, for Uriel they went like with the misleading demonic, but for Dogja it's just a straight up Demon King. It would be fun. It would be funny if they called him Holy King of Salvation to also have like the opposite thing here. Kind of sad how the constellations that had been with Dogja from the beginning all were like, don't die. Funny, because he killed this Church of Salvation. He did, yeah. Say demon-like Judge of Fire. Ugly King. Yeah, to me he will always be the ugly Demon King. It was a weapon that only a dragon, the peak of monsters, could use. I was hit by the breath, and my body was torn apart again. The party members were shocked by my miserable appearance, but they shouldn't stop. I straightened my ripped lips and said, "Continue." If they didn't do it now, there wouldn't be another chance. A few constellations have noticed your sacrifice. Many constellations are amazed by your will. My preparations for dealing with the 73rd Demon King were up to here, so from now on, I should leave it to someone else. Kim Dogja! Yu Jungyok had risen from the stone wall and was watching me. Yu Jungyok wiped his bloody lips and murmured, "It should have been me who died here. It should have been me." Fortunately, Yu Jungyok was Yu Jungyok. He already accepted that he would have to kill me. He didn't say anything, but his despair was conveyed every time the blade cut me. The remaining capture time is 4 minutes. For us, we weren't allowed time to feel the despair. Let's end it now, Yu Jungyok. Bring that out. Yu Jungyok glared at me without speaking. Do you have an idea? I just laughed at his question. Yu Jungyok hesitated before eventually pulling out a sword. Yu Jungyok spoke in a somber voice. I hoped the moment where I had to use this would never come. Me too. However, now is the time. Sacrifice will. It was a stigma that didn't really suit me. One thing was for certain. My death was now confirmed. Thank you for everything. The remaining capture time is 3 minutes. The party members were running. Lee Hyunsung, Jung Huiwon, Shin Yusung, Lee Gilyong, Yu Sanga, Gong Pildu, Lee Shihye. They cried, screamed, or were filled with deep anger. We haven't really seen Pildu in the webtoon, I think. Hello Anza, welcome to the stream. I hope you had a nice day. That's only going to get nicer from here on out. I mean, Sooyoung never officially was together with Dogja. They cried, screamed, or were filled with deep anger. Everyone was coming towards me. My vision gradually diminished, and all the characters became the landscape. I saw them and laughed. Okay. By the way, this is what I meant last week, that there's a great cliffhanger. Yeah, this is for sure a big cliffhanger. But it is a cliffhanger, but it's also a satisfying ending spot. Like, I want to continue reading, but also I feel like it's rounds the scenario here up very well regarding the guy who said first part. I think it's more, this is a clear end point of a section of the series. Imagining something like the sagas in One Piece. But like, calling this if you want to call it the end of a saga like in One Piece, this is way too deep into it. I get what you mean, but I wonder what the person who wrote this actually means with that. Which makes it even better. It is more impactful than Pyro. Good for content, but hurts even more. Thanks to the high. Yeah, we're just reading these novel excerpts now. Pyro time with Sooyoung, come. Nah, bro, Suyong is mine. Pyro just trying to steal her from me. You can't have her. It's impossible. Incarnation Dr. Kim will be killed by the person he loves the most. I have forgotten. All prophecies could be interpreted literally. In this star stream, people were stories. As the gaze of countless stars in the sky poured towards me, a story was running towards me. Parents, friends, and lovers were all stories. The remaining capture time is 2 minutes. This wasn't the Ways of Survival I knew, but it was a story more wonderful than Ways of Survival. It was my story. I laughed as Yu Jungyok's sword pierced my heart. Your fate has been realized. My body slowly sank down and Yu Jungyok held onto me. Kim Dogja. It was a really great story, isn't that right? Yu Jungyok stared down at me silently. I couldn't find any words and just watched. It was as if I had always been meant to do this. Doesn't wish for your death. Due to these guys, I hated the constellations, but I couldn't hate the story. Let's meet again, Yu Jungyok. Kim Dogja! No! Kim Dogja! The stars in the night sky went out one by one, and the Incarnation Kim Dogja's story finally ended. The constellation of the absolute good system have withdrawn the mark of evil from you. In the faraway darkness, the starstream was quietly whispering to me, your modifier is the Demon King of Salvation. We're not in chapter 200 yet? Thanks for reading this to us. Yeah, you're welcome. This story is really epic. Omniscient Reader already has dug its way deep into my heart. It's a very, very special and good story. A great story, you have to say. Whew, it's hard. Look at those coins, continuously increasing. Well, I don't think Pyro stole my coins. Coins is deducted for this comment. I think you'll understand when you see what happens after this, but there's big changes. Which is why I understand why they have a separation in their mind of like, the next part begins from here. Bro say and study about Islam. I don't think I have met any constellations from that nebula here yet. We ain't even 2/5 of the whole story. We're not? Like, wait, how do you... What's 2/5 of this? 551 divided by 2/5, or 1/5 is 20%, 2/5 are 40%, right? Divided by 0.4? No, it's times 0.4. 220 is 2/5. So we're quite close, like 40 chapters away. Better yet, the novel is more than 500, so we're not even at the halfway point. I believe in the novel. This is the end of volume 1. Actually, but that's like a massive novel. That's like a massive volume. I subscribe to your channel. Thank you, Ansar. I hope you enjoy your time here. Ends on chapter 188 of the novel. So this is actually the end of chapter 188, right? Yeah. Also, welcome Endergrim. I hope you had a nice day and it's only going to get nicer from here out. But like, if 188 chapters are in one novel, in one volume, that's like a massive volume. But gonna rival the Bible. It's crazy how we still have 5 years plus of Webtoon chapters, if not more. Considering, if you expect like, okay, let's say 2 chapters from the Webtoon covers 1 chapter from the novel. We have 363 chapters left. So let's say it's 2 chapters. It's not always 2. Sometimes it's 3 or something. So if that could mean that there are over 700 chapters for the Webtoon left. And if that's 700 weeks, we can divide that by... How many weeks are in the year? 52, I think. That would mean it would be 13 more years. What about this coin? The coins are a thing that are going to be used in future projects on this channel, with like D&D projects and other things. They're going to be able to influence the outcome in the story with the coins they've acquired in other streams. Man, Omniscient Reader is big. But yeah, as I said during the whole thing, I don't know when I would read the novel, because if I read the novel now, I cannot just read the entire thing. But if I wait until I'm finished with the webtoon, that's like in 2040. Because I don't actually think that every novel chapter is 2 chapters in the webtoon. It doesn't work like that. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less. So it is not too far-fetched to think that this could actually reach 1,000 chapters, right? I don't think that's too far-fetched. God damn, you're filthy rich. He's coming to my Tower of God streams just for the coins, I tell you. Just for the coins. He also reads Tower of God, but just for the coins. He's also here just for the coins. Let's go on my YouTube channel. I'm grinding. Damn, wait a second. Like mother, like daughter overtook Hero Killer. That's not what I expected. First and only manhwa to make me pick up the novel. I understand that, but I don't know if me reading the novel would be the same. Especially like if I was reading the novel and then was doing webtoon reactions, I feel like it wouldn't have the same impact. So that's why I'm kind of holding back. I will come to if I caught up to someday to TOG. Where are you right now in TOG, Prophet? Gotta get my deserved myth rank. Also, I just checked the wiki, and one volume does indeed cover chapters 1 to 188. Reading us the novels. Yeah, sure, thanks. I'm too afraid to pick it up since it would take 1,000 years for the webtoon to catch up. Yeah, same kinda. I guess maybe the volume things are not the way that I think about volumes. Like they are not physical volumes of the novel, I think, right? One of the chapters, I hated that chapter and stopped for about a month. 100. Oh, okay. I hated this chapter and stopped for about a month. What was TOG 100? 100 flats? It's like in the beginning of season 2, right? I need to go back so far. This is still season 1. Yeah, look at this art style. I call the volumes parts, is not to confuse myself. The demonic pet's face expressions are too good. That's Dokebi. That's a creature that's like a commentator in the world of Omniscient Readers. Yeah, Omniscient Reader. After the death of a certain character. Oh! The little cat boy, right? Damn, but I didn't expect like mother like daughter to like mother like daughter was supposed to be like an underdog that might get kicked out in an early part. And here it is in the semi-finals, currently ahead of Hero Killer. I mean, Kubera already won this part here. So, we're figuring out who's going to be the finalists next to Kubera. And right now, I mean, we still have 4 hours in this poll, but right now it looks like Mother Like Daughter might win this. The semi-finals were like this one, like Mother Like Daughter with a Zero Killer, and Kubera versus the Greatest Estate Developer. Kubera was extremely close. Kubera was actually, Matcha, you might hate to hear this, but for Kubera, it was like this. It was 52% the Greatest Estate Developer, Kubera 48%. 33 people voted. Then, some hours later, I went back in and saw still 33 votes, but it actually switched. Kubera had 52% and Greatest Estate Developer had 48%, which means somebody from the 33 votes had actually changed their minds. Bye bye. I think I have to sleep because I'm from India and the time is 9:30. Bye bye. Okay, I wish you a good night then, Anzar. Thank you for checking out the stream. And maybe we'll see each other again in a future stream. Take care. What happened in the votes in the last hour? It was just a minor switch. Like, it was, I think it was 52 to 48 when it ended. So some people voted after it ended, but yeah, would finally lose. Meanwhile, me at PM. At 12 p.m. 12 a.m. I'm currently at 6 p.m. Yeah, it's midnight for you. It's the perfect demonic time. Oh god. Okay. So guys, it's 6 p.m. Rin, shut up. I think I'm going to do the I'm a Dokkaebi, okay? A Dokkaebi does things. You have to trust Dokkaebi. A Dokkaebi will never lie. I will probably do the thing with it's 12 p.m. now, so I really gotta go. Okay. I'm against the same time. Lim out against I'm the same time with 11:59. It's 5:59. I gotta go as well. Okay, so I wish you guys good night or whatever it is. Like maybe you just need to start jogging now. Go for a run. If you go to sleep, sleep well and dream of Beyond. Dream of Beyond, but not like Beyond how he looks now, but like dream of Beyond in his chubby form at the very beginning. See ya guys, see ya buoy. I'm probably going to do the thing with memberships. Don't feel like you need to do it. I obviously it will mean that people who would do it would get more coins, but in the end, the coin thing is just like a benefit, right? Like, you guys are a hive mind. You guys are kind of like a hive mind. So if one person has a lot of coins, you can still think about, like, you can look at the things you can redeem for the story, for the D&D thing, and you can think about it together what you want. You can technically even gather coins together. Like, wait, there's something that needs 50,000 coins, but we don't have that many. So let's all bundle our coins together, and then one person redeems that 50,000 coin thing. I feel like it's fun to also make chat work together like that. Kubera votes are rigged. Someone's voting with 17 accounts, I'm telling you. Aren't you also voting with like 2 or 3 accounts? Matcha? I was scrolling through my feed and found your stream, so I decided to check it out. Welcome to the stream, Swiper. I'm calling you Swiper. I'm just calling you Swiper. I hope that's okay with you. I read the full name, but I'm only saying Swiper. Yeah, we've just finished the latest chapter of Omniscient Reader's Viewpoints and just finishing a chat about future things and ideas. Oh man, this story, it took my heart. Say my name. I will not, okay? I'm only voting with this account. We don't talk about my second account. I will not say your name. I'm a Dokkaebi. I'm broke, bro. Aren't we all kind of broke? I'm broke in emotional money. I need somebody to give me good emotion. I don't have coins. You will, by staying in chat longer during my streams and being active, you will start gathering coins, and you will be able to do things with those coins in the future. So, guys, people who are Matcha Mage is poor. They don't have that many coins. by the way, guys, for you guys who have already read a few chapters ahead, is next week's chapter good enough to read, or are we going to put in another work stream? What do you guys say? They banned Mr. Beast for protecting his BSF. Mr. Beast isn't banned. So no more free money? Mr. Beast isn't banned. Like, there's no way they would ever ban Mr. Beast. It brings them way too much money, unless he, like, actually has people in his freaking, what's the name, basement. They're not going to ban him. But I never got the free money from Mr. Beast, sadly, because I don't live in America. In the US of A. I don't live there. I live in the Starstream. I live in the Berlin Dome. Technically, I don't, but I do. Ah, yes. How late is it? 6 p.m. now. 6:03. Yeah. I think this is a roundup point. For next week, there will be memberships and super chats. Don't use them. I don't want your money. If you use them, I will give you coins. And if you use them, like if somebody if somebody in the comments later down who watched this VOD says like they don't want the coin idea with memberships and stuff, I will not do that. I just need like opinions, and right now it seems like people are mostly neutral to it, which means I would do it. Read the newest chapter of RV. We can read the next one, but we can also wait. Yeah, we have read the Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint chapter that came out last week and this week. And we have talked about other things, like future stories to read, and plans, and Dogebees, and Sooyoung. Very attractive lady, that Sooyoung. It's a new Pyro. Okay. I would probably read it. I might just do like a work stream on like Wednesday or Thursday. So let's see how it's going to turn out. Let's hear you guys' opinion. Work stream would just be another stream then, which Matcha Mage is going to be so rich, you guys don't even know. But for now, this is the end of today's chapter. No, you can't withdraw this. There's no withdrawal. This is only money that's valuable in the stream. It's not valuable in the real world. So, you guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching this. We will see each other again next week on Monday, or maybe on another stream. Until then, all that's to be said is stay happy, stay healthy, and most importantly, stay cultured. Bye. Thank you for subbing.